Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will talk about 3 surprises I've had by living in Taiwan. Alright, let's start the video. The first one is food. When it comes to Taiwanese food, I only knew xiaolongbao, suan la tang, and mango fruits before coming to Taiwan. My knowledge about Taiwanese food was limited, but I believe many Japanese people have more or less the same amount of knowledge about Taiwanese food. Even when I was in Japan, I like to go to Din Tai Fung with my friends, and I often ordered xiaolongbao and suan la tang. For mango, Japanese people tend to buy mango souvenirs when they travel to Taiwan, and I got some from my friends and colleagues. So I knew Taiwan's mango is delicious. But after coming to Taiwan, I realized there are so much more fruits than I expected, and not just mango. I've eaten fruits such as mango, pineapples, rice, dragon fruits, passion fruits, and so on. Since many of them are made in Taiwan, it tends to be more reasonable than fruits in Japan. In Japan, there are fewer fruits and it will cost much more since Japan imports a lot of fruits from other countries. Many people would say mango is the best fruit in Taiwan, and I agree mango is delicious, but my best fruits in Taiwan is passion fruits. I like it because of its sour taste, and more than anything, it's so easy to eat. I also heard passion fruit is very good for your skin. Mango is also delicious, but you need to cut by piece to eat, and it takes a little more time to eat. So for a person like me who equally values the easiness to eat as it tastes, passion fruit is a little better. But for those who don't want to cut fruits but still want to eat them, I found the solution: drinking juice or eating ice cream of its flavor. In this way, you don't need to worry about cutting the fruits. For example, I felt Buddha fruits was a little hard to eat, so instead I enjoyed the juice of the Buddha flavor. For other Taiwanese food, I really like hot pot in Taiwan. It reminds me of shabu shabu in Japan. In Japan, shabu shabu will cost at least 500 Taiwanese dollars, about 20 US dollars. But in Taiwan, you can eat from around 150 Taiwanese dollars, about 6 US dollars. There are so many hot pot restaurants in Taiwan and I like it a lot. Also, I often eat douhua as dessert. Even without sugar, it is tasty. I believe douhua is very healthy since it is made of soy. Maybe the reason many Taiwanese people are fit is since they eat douhua very often. This is just my hypothesis, so let me know your view on this. Besides, even cup noodles and frozen foods have good quality. It is helpful when I don't have time in the morning or at lunch. Especially I realize Tongyi and Chimei offer tasty frozen food. These are images of my favorite ones. When I was in Japan, I liked Nissin cup noodles, but Taiwanese cup noodles also taste delicious. Especially I like Majiang Mian. I cannot find the same taste in Japan. I feel Taiwanese people value saving time to cook, so these cup noodles and frozen food must be helpful to lead their lives more efficiently. I guess the quality of cup noodles and frozen food have got improved because of high demands. This is my hypothesis, so let me know your view on this. In the corona period, the time you stay at home increases, and I think the importance of eating increases. By living here in Taiwan, I've had a comfortable life thanks to various delicious Taiwanese meals. Among all Taiwanese meals, my favorite Taiwanese meal is Niu Rou Mian and xiaolongbao. Although xiaolongbao is more pricey and not something you eat every day, many restaurants have Niu Rou Mian and I can eat it more casually. There are so many delicious Taiwanese meals, and I gained about 5 kilograms after coming to Taiwan. Also, compared to Japanese meals, salt is used less in Taiwanese meals, and I believe this is good for your health. I want to ask you, what is your favorite Taiwanese meal, and why do you like it? I'm looking forward to reading your comments. The second one is transportation. What I mean by transportation is trains, buses, U-bike, bullet trains called gaotie. They are all convenient and quite reasonable. Right after coming to Taiwan, firstly I like the subway called MRT because it is similar to the subway in Japan. Initially, buses were a little scary since they leave quickly after getting on, and the bus ride is bumpy. But gradually I started to get on the buses, and now I prefer the bus and the U-bike to MRT because I feel buses and U-bikes are more convenient to get close to the destination since there are so many bus and U-bike stations. I use buses and U-bike for a little different purpose. Although I get on buses to get to the destination, I get on U-bikes to also enjoy the landscape. So when I go to the language school, I prefer to use U-bikes to enjoy the view of Taipei City. So what is fun about Taiwanese transportation is there are various options to go to the same destination. On the contrary, when I lived in Tokyo, I used only the subway, and the route I took tend to be the same. But now I select a different path depending on my feeling and the weather. Nowadays, the temperature is getting cooler in the fall season and the bike ride is even more comfortable. Also, I like Gaotie as well. When I got on Gaotie, it reminds me of the bullet train in Japan. When I went from Taipei to Kaohsiung, it took only 2 hours and it was so convenient. The distance from Taipei to Zhouying, Kaohsiung is about 350 kilometers and it is almost the same distance from Tokyo to Nagoya in Japan. Despite the same distance, Gaotie will cost about 1500 Taiwanese dollars, about 60 US dollars. But the bullet train in Japan will cost 3000 Taiwanese dollars, about 120 US dollars. So the price of Gaotie is nearly half. What it means by this is you can visit the places you want more casually in Taiwan. In Japan, the bullet train is kind of expensive and I was not eager to get on it unless I had some reason to get on. When I stayed in Kaohsiung to see the fireworks called Guoqing Yanfo on October 10th, I liked the street trains called LRT so much. Before going to Kaohsiung, I'd never got on LRT and it was such an incredible experience. The speed of LRT is very slow and even stops when pedestrians get close. It gave me an impression of the peaceful atmosphere of the city. I liked LRT so much because you can enjoy the city view very close to the train. So I enjoy several types of Taiwanese transportation and I would like to ask you, what is your favorite Taiwanese transportation and why? The third one is Japaneseness. By living here in Taiwan, I sometimes feel like I'm in Japan. For example, there are many Japanese drugstores such as Matsumoto Kiyoshi or Tomo's in Taipei. Also, there are so many Family Mart, Japanese convenience stores, and many Japanese restaurants such as Yoshinoya, Otoya, Sushiro, and so on. Japanese chain restaurants basically offer the same flavor as the ones in Japan. So Japanese people can eat the same food living in Taipei. Even there are many department stores such as Mitsukoshi and Sogo. When I was in Japan, I didn't go to these department stores often, but now I go to Mitsukoshi and Sogo more in Taiwan, which is kind of interesting. Right after coming to Taiwan, my Chinese was not good and I often went to Yoshinoya because people speak Japanese there. I think having many Japanese stores and restaurants is one of the key reasons many Japanese people like living in Taiwan. And I feel Taiwan might be the most similar foreign country to Japan. But sometimes I found something interesting in these Japanese shops in Taiwan. For example, Matsumoto Kiyoshi is never written in Chinese characters, Song Ben-ching in Japan. Also, I recently went to Donki in Taiwan and got surprised to know the store name is Don Don Donki. In Japan, it is called Don Quixote, and I don't know why they changed their name in Taiwan. If you know the reason, please let me know. The products sold in Donki in Taiwan are pretty similar to the ones sold in Japan. But what I noticed is Donki's business position might be a little different. In Japan, if you hear Donki, it is a store where you can buy things cheap. But I didn't see too much price promotion in Taiwan. Many Japanese products were costly and some were too expensive to buy from the Japanese point of view. But I understand the products are imported from Japan and it costs more. Nevertheless, I'm happy that I have access to many Japanese products in Taiwan and I don't need to miss Japan too much. I want to ask you, what are your favorite Japanese things in Taiwan? Is it Japanese meals like sushi, ramen, or stores like Matsumoto Kiyoshi or Donki? I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I shared 3 biggest surprises about food, transportation, and Japaneseness. What do you think about it? I guess many Japanese people really like living in Taiwan because Taiwan is not just a foreign country with a nice culture, but also has many similarities to Japan that make Japanese people feel at home. I've got to this thinking by living here in Taiwan, and I guess if you visit new places or countries, you can get to know the new people and the culture that will enrich your life. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I hope you have a great day and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.